great way to entice people to help.
All about the money.
Welcome to another episode of the Ballinesian podcast here on the Polytickin network. Very special episode. Thank you guys for tapping in. Samoa's talking about sports. Going to be talking about Chargers and Raiders' latest from camps that just finished, NBA Finals, a little bit of other basketball talk with Lance Stephenson versus Mike Beasley, as well as the latest updates on what we need to plan for our Super Bowl trip in February. Ballinesian podcast going to take the Polytickin network. We're going to be out on the streets there in San Francisco for Super Bowl 60. I'm Lance for Coach Forrest. Welcome again here on the Polytickin podcast. Sorry, the Polytickin network, where we have the Polytickin podcast, the Pacifica movie starter kit, the Ballinesian
Hey, show, buddy.
Yeah. And we are joyed and blessed to be joined here today by the host of the Polytickin podcast, the Polytickin Patreon, the Pacifica movie starter kit. OhHelloMarcus. Welcome in, brother.
Dude, you stop that.
You
okay?
guys,
you guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm back. All right, Ballinesian.
Hell yeah.
This is like my third appearance, fourth.
Yep. Something like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man. I'm also gonna put this out there for Sefa to cause drama. Let's just made you a co-host, like super co-host, because he was like the host of the Polytickin network. So
yeah, remember that Seth the host. No, you the co-host, Seth. You the co-host. Remember that?
My little co-host. Oh no.
Yeah.
You guys know what it is. You listen to the Polytickin network here on Apple or Spotify. You're watching this on the YouTube on the network. You know who this man is. You know how blessed we are to have him here today talking sports with us. But we do need to learn a little bit about Marcus. If you don't know about Marcus, we got some questions for him.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hello, Marcus.
Christ. Yeah.
What is your Roman Empire? Something you think about constantly, every day, can't get it out of your head.
Yeah. So I seen that meme, right? I seen that meme and I didn't understand it until I asked you guys like literally 5 minutes ago. And for this example, like immediately, I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. Every day I think about what I would do when I win the lottery, right? And it's very specific in an order. Like I have an order to it. Mm-hmm. It's pay off debts, pay off mortgage. That's it. Nothing else. Anything else is just a blessing. But those two are necessary. Those two are the necessary things I need to do once I win the lottery. Once I do, because I'm going to manifest it. You know what I'm saying? So I need those two for sure, bro. Anything else? And also, I think I can fight a bear. I think I can fight a fucking bear. I think I can fight an animal, bro. Yeah. Any animal stand on his hind legs, I think I have a chance. You have if they have to go on all fours, I'm done for. But if they can stand up like this and give me, you know what I'm saying?
No,
I might have a chance. I haven't put your dukes up.
What's that?
Put your dukes up.
The Leonardo DiCaprio movie where the bear.
The Revenant.
Like, oh my god!
I'm the Revenant. Yeah.
He's getting mauled, and my nephew's like, "Is the bear raping him?" It made me think.
What?
Oh my!
Because he has him on his back, and he's just like over there, like.
Oh, he's pretending to be dead.
Right.
Oh,
and just like, and to me, I was like, you know what? Was the bear actually raping him? That's wild. And
I hope not.
Twice.
Don't fight a bear.
First 2 minutes.
I don't want to be touched by a bear in that kind of way. I want to defend myself.
If the animal is on all fours, but even if it's a four-legged animal, if they stand up, you're winning.
I think I'm gonna win.
You see a big bear? What is your attack? Like plan?
This. It's like this. This is my. I have two attack plans right here, Lance. 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? This is it.
Lightning and thunder.
You know what I'm saying?
And they're both right here.
You know, they're both right here, Lance. You know what I'm saying?
Kangaroos,
if we're going
kangaroos, no problem.
I have a better chance against kangaroos than a bear, but the thing is, I have a chance. I have a chance.
Marcus got a kangaroo in a sleeper hole.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Have you met my friends, Thunder and Lightning?
Yeah.
A little bit of lightning.
The dingo did eat your baby. Yeah, the dingo ate my baby.
He can win a fight versus any animal standing up. All right.
Yeah.
That's a challenge, folks.
And also don't forget the mortgage stuff, Lance.
Yeah, we all want to be debt free. We all want to be debt free with a
I just
house.
want to be debt free with the mortgage paid.
I could beat up that animal.
Do your
I can
family a
also
I
beat
favor.
up
could
a
win.
bear.
I could win.
Pay the bills and the mortgage before you fight the animal.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly, right? The mortgage has to be taken care of
Oh my
first
gosh,
before I can
yeah.
fight a bear.
That was
Come
great.
on, bro.
Amazing. Next question.
Yeah.
Most inspiring Polynesian athlete.
Hey,
Bro.
thanks, Marcus. Oh, what?
Yeah,
Wait.
I mean, besides the
Excluding
guy
the
right here.
hosts of the show.
Besides the guy with the USC shirt, I guess. I'll throw him in there.
Shooter.
Yeah, we'll throw him in there. But if not the guy with the USC shirt, it was definitely Troy. You know what I'm saying? Troy was the guy for me growing up.
Oh, not far off.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Bring up the shirt on. You know,
Not far off.
if it's not Troy, then it was definitely it was Uncle Dwayne, bruh. Uncle Dwayne and Rakesh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my.
Yeah, Dwayne and Keish. Even
It-
even Umanga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Umaga.
rest in peace. Yes, sir.
Rest in peace.
Cannot
Man.
be overstated how important The Rock was to teenage Samoan boys in,
Oh,
for
sure.
in the early 2000s,
Bro.
and how much credit we got
Are
for
you serious?
possibly being related to the superstar.
Right.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to be him a lot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, The Rock, that's a great one. Yeah, Troy also legendary. He's on the Mount Rushmore of everybody's, Polynesian athlete. Yeah.
Hey.
And then finally, tell us a little bit. Who are your sport fandoms? You have NBA teams, NFL teams, baseball teams.
Yeah, I said it on the other shows too, and on here. Like I'm pretty much a casual fan of sports at this point, but I do love keeping up with the news. I'm a Laker fan all the way. I love basketball. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. You know what I'm saying? If we're playing football, if we're talking football, then definitely the Raiders. I'm a Raider fan. I grew up in a Raider house. I grew up in a Raider family. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got my brother right there, Coach Forrest, okay? I'm a Raider boy. But if not those two big sports, bro, I really love combat sports, bro. Like I love MMA for sure, boxing, you know what I'm saying? I don't follow it as hard as I want to, as I should, but bro, I just love that as a concept. Just duking it out. See, I'm fighting a bear and I'm fighting a person in a cage. I'm fighting everywhere. I just love combat sports, bro. I love that shit, bro. I remember when the UFC was like blowing up in like the early to mid 2000s with like the first Ultimate Fighter. Like I was watching that shit. We was watching that shit in Texas religiously, bro. Like we was into that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, dude, Forrest Griffin just beat the shit out of Stephen Bonner. Did you see it, dude? And then all of a sudden from there, from there, like Pride had just got purchased by Zuffa, so we had Shogun Hua coming in, fighting Lyoto Machida, like all the UFC shit, and then being like, and introduced to like the other what's it called? The other companies like WEC, that shit got fucking folded into UFC, the lighter weight fighters. It was awesome, bro. So I love combat sports. But also niche sports too, because of ESPN the Ocho. I didn't even know that was a real channel. I was tripping out when I seen that at work. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, oh, so that's why we're watching cornhole right now. Motherfucking. Yeah, they got Quidditch too.
Ball, trampoline basketball.
Frisbee golf.
Tag. They got competitive tag
hey,
now.
Oh my God.
It's called Chase. It's not tag, it's Chase. You know what I'm saying? So
that obstacle
that
course
weird.
Is crazy.
Bro, what? That shit looks fun, but yeah,
it's so fun.
It looks fun. I'm gassing it like 10
It looks
seconds.
tiring. It looks
so tiring. That's like athletic.
Yeah.
That's a sport. Yeah,
bro. If you ever became an MMA sportscaster, your story with your like origin story would be cool. If you were like, yeah, I used to watch bum fights.
Yeah,
that's how it started. Bro, that was the most degrading thing ever. They used to pay like
super degrading.
Hey, you want $10? Go fight that other bum.
Bro, they'd be so fucked up, bro. But it was entertaining as bro. Yeah, it was blowing up in like the early 2000s too,
before like Kimbo Slice or in that area.
Kimbo, yeah, bro.
Yeah, like right before Kimbo. Yeah, like it was like
before. It was. I think it was before Kimbo, but like the early days of YouTube and shit. Like we was watching that. We was trying to watch that shit on YouTube and shit. So, yeah, bro.
Okay. That was a fight. And you box, yeah?
Yeah, I
You
box.
train?
I watch YouTube. I watch YouTube tutorials and copy it at the gym, Lance. I'm not boxing nobody.
No.
It's just a great.
Nah, you a boxer. Where is that tool you have? You got the ball thing?
Bro,
Like, you're
come
socking
on.
it up. Train it up!
This shit is so fun, bro. It's so fun. I'm a fucking child, bro. I had this thing.
Yeah.
I can't even get it that high for that long, bro. I have to hit it at my stomach. I got
And then
no,
work
you
it
know
up.
what I mean? Yeah, work it up, but that shit is hard.
It's good, yeah. Good workout to freaking it's easier to commit to
Shit,
stuff you have fun
I'm
with.
like Marcus said
Where's
he's
this-
3-0 behind the ACC calf.
No, I'm 0-0 behind the ASCC cap, bro. I'm 0-0.
Nice. And wait,
Where's
you said you were
Oh.
you said you were yeah, we lost Corey's picture.
Oh.
Might be a little lag. You said you were a Raider fan, and your family was a Raiders family?
Oh, yeah.
You guys from the area?
Oh, yeah.
From like Oakland or LA area when they were there?
Yeah. My dad grew up, like, he lived a long time here in Carson, California. And, but, you know, I grew up in San Antonio and stuff because, you know, military brat and whatnot. But I carried that West Coast sports fandom because of my dad. And he was a Laker. It was a Laker and Raider house all up and down in this house that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? It's like 3 generations of my family is in this house. And they was all Lakers and Raiders fans. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I definitely followed the old man. But, yeah, that's where it stops as far as West Coast sports fandom. I think, well, maybe. No. Well, yeah, actually, no, it doesn't. No, I usually go for every West Coast team to win.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But if it's
You're
they're
a
definitely
Dodgers
from
fan
Los Angeles.
too?
No, I'm not no Chargers fan, dude.
No,
Dodgers?
Dodgers.
Oh, Dodgers fan.
You ain't gotta say it like that.
No, freaking Chargers fan, dude. No,
Don't you say that about me.
definitely,
You open my
yeah.
mouth.
Definitely Dodgers, bro. Definitely a Dodgers fan. I need to watch more baseball. Baseball looks fun too. I always thought it was boring, but it's because I never knew the names for the stats and shit. I was always confused about the stat line, so I was like, I didn't know what the hell I'm looking at. War, war. Huh. What is it good for? You know what I
When's
mean?
above replacement? Yeah, no.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you.
There's so many acronyms in baseball and numbers and places.
Oh,
Yeah,
numbers in
percentages.
baseball are wild, bro.
Right? The amount of stats, just the number of times you throw a ball at a batter and how that
Yep.
can lead to all these different forms
How
of
well
numbers
you
and
do against that
categories,
pitcher.
statistics. Yeah. Pulling
It's
it left
wild.
field. It's, yeah. So,
They used to tell me these stats when I was playing baseball, and I just nod my head like, "Oh, can I go bat now?"
Yeah,
Can I go
right,
hit?
yeah. Like the
Cool.
sport is fun, and then the stats are just like, okay, all right, well, he got a 50-11 at bats, 50-11 runs, Ks, H's.
Hey,
Yeah.
Moneyball. If you haven't watched Moneyball, go watch Moneyball.
see,
I've seen Moneyball. Yeah.
That's a good
Moneyball's
one.
pretty good too.
I gotta go
Mhm.
again. That's the second time you said that. I gotta go. I gotta watch
I
it.
know I was talking specifically to.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, let's go watch Moneyball, motherfucker. Yeah.
Let's get the latest from the Raiders this week. The Raiders and the Chargers. Since
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah. I heard.
I'm gonna be
I hear every week.
They're the
Uh,
best. You know,
anything that happened this week that kind of caught the headlines or caught your eyes that you think is important?
yeah, they just signed the recently cut captain of the Bengals defense, Jermaine Pratt, middle linebacker.
Shit. Nice.
Big signing. Even though they already signed my guy from Pittsburgh, Landon. They also signed Devin White, but I think the plan right now, according to Pete Carroll at his press conference, is to have those 3 on the field at the same time at some point. He really
Nice.
likes the signing. He lives by the term "see ball, get ball," and Jermaine Pratt was all of that in his career so far. He's got a ton of interceptions, fumble recoveries, fumbles caused. So having Jermaine Pratt there is pretty good. He was really a big leader for the Bengals defense. Last year kind of fell off a little, like with turnovers, but still led the team in tackles. So signing him is big. They could be getting Christian Wilkins back a little earlier than they were supposed to. So maybe now that mandatory practice is done or mandatory camp is done until summer camp. Yeah, they're hoping that they get Christian Wilkins back within the next month or so, which would be great, but no rushing either because they're pretty not stacked in like talent wise just yet. They do have a lot of talent at D tackle, but they're young. But they do have like a ton of D tackles that they just drafted, so they're not bare in the cupboard. They're just inexperienced. So
Hey, you guys had
also,
like 16 draft picks or something crazy this year.
yeah. Also, there's a lot of GMs now saying that the Geno Smith signing, um, it states that the Raiders are relevant again in playoff talks, Super Bowl talks. Like just that signing alone kind of elevates
Playoff.
them. Yeah. I'm
Did
not
we
making
get
this stuff up.
Ashton
I promise.
Gianti? Did
We
we get
did. We
him?
got Ashton, and he along with um Geno Smith,
Mhm.
and Bowers are set to be like,
That's nice.
yeah, just an amazing trio there. And then you add in Jacoby Myers out there. Oh, they're so high on the wide receiver they drafted out of Tennessee in like the fourth round. He's like 6'5". He runs a 4.40. They just said he's just showing out at practice right now. And again, I know it's practice with your own defense and not
Yeah.
really any contact, but I mean, it
Practice.
it's what he can do
I see
on the
you
field
talk
when
about practice.
right.
That
So
that second wide receiver spot for the Raiders though is a question mark, right? Because you got Jacoby Myers, you got Brock Bowers, who's obviously going to be
I
placed wherever
mean,
they need him,
it
but the other
depends
wide
on
receiver,
yeah, it depends on how you're looking at it, where you're looking at it from. Like if you're looking at it from the
someone
Chargers.
that can take that side of the defense's attention. Don't not the Chargers. Don't do that.
If you're looking at it from the Chargers side of things, yeah, we're not set. But I mean, no, yeah, that's what they're looking for, and so they got a bunch of receivers there now vying for that spot. Trey Tucker he's undersized, he's a speedster, so they're really gonna want him to play inside the slot.
Mhm.
But they also drafted in the second round Jack Besh out of TCU,
Yeah.
who they're looking at to be like a guy that's going to come in and just um, right away be that number two wide receiver. He's a big body. He's still got some size, I mean, speed to him. He played at LSU his freshman year. Really like inspiring story. Played at LSU his freshman year, and then TCU got to the bowl game in New Orleans, and his brother, who also played football, was tragically killed in that terrorist act that they had down there. He was hit by a car, and so like
Mm.
after that, he just really played for like the memory of his brother. And can you pause real quick? Because my dog is about to tear my door down.
Oh, no, we're not going to stop recording. Just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to wipe some tears away. No, my dog was about to tear my door down. She wanted to come in. She likes to hang out and watch, but I think she's hungry now. But no, back to Jack Bash. Yeah, big body. He's about
Jack
6'3",
Bash.
two. I want to say like 215.
That's
But
your wide receiver too.
that's
The
that's
second
a
round pick. You got to contribute right
that's
away.
me and Marcus's wide receiver. And
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? That's my quarterback. That's my
Right,
wide receiver.
hell yeah,
That's my
you
wide
Chargers
receiver,
and
Bash.
you 49er fans that said we were delusional from another show with glasses and a ponytail.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say any
Yeah.
names.
You said
Yeah.
glasses.
Get
Take
him.
that.
Get that guy.
Take that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you're paying a quarterback so much. No, we're not even gonna get into that. But yeah, that's
Hey, when Sepha comes on, we got to talk about Brock Purdy. I don't think it's that
bro.
bad.
Is he worth
Brock
it?
Purdy.
I
Is
that?
he
think
Yeah.
worth it? Let him
we are
work it.
poisoned
I
by
mean,
the fact that he was like the 298th pick or whatever. But
it's a great
if
story,
he's gonna
man.
be good, yeah.
It's a great story.
For Disney.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Things are looking good at Raiders camp. Anything else? No. Good.
Yeah, what's
Oh
going
yeah,
on?
we're fucking awesome. Oh, excuse me. Effing awesome.
We're
Fucking
great.
Awesome.
All right, Tigers. Chargers camp wrapped up. They got a month off before opening official training camp in July at the Bolt, which is their new facility there in LA. Deion Henley, drafted out of Washington State 2 years ago. This is his third year. I think this is where he takes over. He was like behind Eric Kendricks, Denzel Perryman, some other guys like veterans over the last couple of years, but now I think it's obvious that he's going to take over. He's already one of the best young linebackers, can cover. I asked my friend Zach, who was at Washington State, when we drafted Deion Henley, I was like, okay, you're in the athletic department. And you've seen this guy. What is it about him that's going to make him special? I think we took Deion Henley in the second or third round. But he was like, dude, Tasmanian Devil, whirlwind on the freaking field, can go sideline to sideline too. And that's been a problem with the Chargers being outrun by people. It's just freaking getting beat to the corner. So definitely having somebody that can be like a linebacker, Derwin James, is going to be great to have on that second level to be able to clean up, contain anybody trying to run the ball, and even have that speed to drop back on passing downs. 3-down linebacker. Really excited to see his growth this year. And secondly, tight end Orondo Gadsden, who was like our fourth or fifth round pick this year.
Pretty good in college. He's pretty good in college.
Is looking to become the starting tight end with a couple of practices where he caught like 7+ catches. And
he'll be your starter. He's super good.
So he has to beat out Will Disley, who hasn't always been a super, sexy name. And then we also, I think, got Tyler Conklin. So veteran tight ends, but as far as stretching the field being like a weapon or a piece that really defenses have to look after, it's exciting to have a freaking rookie tight end, because tight end for the Chargers, Hunter Henry was drafted early, and he was supposed to be good. He definitely underperformed expectations, but I think before that it was freaking Antonio Gates. So it's been like 20 years.
Look, you guys got a good rookie wide receiver. He's not going to break any records like other tight ends have done in the last season on the Raiders, but you guys got a pretty good one. He'll be pretty good.
And pretty good is a huge jump. So whatever weapons we can provide for Justin Herbert, every year there needs to be a noticeable jump in kind of that cabinet of players that can make plays. So
nice.
Another step.
Other tight end, Lad McConkey.
What? Why would I say he was a tight end? He looks like a slot receiver, but don't call him a slot receiver. He's like, I'm so much more. That's the latest for Chargers camp. Now they take a month off before training camp. So we're going to talk about our trip to the Super Bowl later, but I think part of the fundraising could be some like fantasy leagues, especially during the football season, but like not just a 20-week fantasy league. It's kind of like some trivial or some novelty leagues, guillotine leagues, kind of like high scoring leagues, stuff like that, where we can pay somebody out with the funds, but also have some of it donated to a fund to help our trip costs. All right. So that's the latest on the Chargers and Raiders. Now, NBA Finals. The Thunder won Game 5 after being tied, which is very surprising. We thought the series was going to be over in 5. Gentlemen's sweep for Oklahoma City. Shai Gilgeous gets the MVP and the finals.
I own up to that.
But I mean, we're going to get at least one more game. Could be Game 6. Will the Thunder win in Oklahoma or win in Indiana? Will Halliburton and the Pacers be able to defend home court and take it to a Game 7 back in OKC? We will find out. I'm not really watching basketball like that, unfortunately.
Why? Why not?
I don't know. It's just not. I think it's because my team's not in it. So it's just like, I'm not.
Force is a Laker hater, huh? That's right. Okay,
I'll be one of those kids. So you're saying you're not a basketball fan? You're
exactly right, because just the fact that it's the championship round of the biggest sports as far as basketball in the world, the NBA. It should be like, wow, even if you don't watch basketball regularly, at least you get to see the best teams duke it out for who gets to take the title. I don't mind just seeing the bottom line on ESPN say Game 5 to the Thunder. I'm like, okay, cool. It just doesn't pull me, and that is because I am not a true fan of the sport. I do need to get out and play some more basketball.
No, you are.
But that's we got you here for the sports of it. So yeah, that's just what that says about me. But are you guys, Marcus, are you watching the NBA Finals?
I'm just like you, bro. I haven't really watched it. I am keeping up with it though, like as far as like articles and stuff. I like the Ringer. You know that we always bring up the Ringer on the show.
Yes.
But the Ring, I love like how they write about sports. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps me updated with what's going on and how these teams are doing and stuff. And obviously clips on Instagram, like. I mean, and just from what I'm reading and seeing, it's like I don't know how we counted the Pacers out. You know what I'm saying? Like they've shown themselves to be pretty damn good. So it's just that's crazy. But yeah, no, just casual too. Casual man.
Party, yeah, Cats, the Indiana Heart Pacers over here, getting everybody's pulses rushing. Yeah, so I mean, Forrest, are you watching the games or?
Yeah, what's going on?
Is it appointment? Is like, you know, we gotta watch the tip off, get some popcorn.
Yeah, like if I know the game's on, I'm gonna try to catch it at some point. Like I'm not gonna like rush to the TV like the first couple of minutes. But
two small market teams making it to the finals is crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if we can call. Yeah, I don't know if we can call OKC a small market anymore.
Ooh.
Just because the city itself it's a pretty big city, like and it's growing. There's a lot of stuff to do in Oklahoma. If you haven't been to Oklahoma, I know people right now in Oklahoma, especially top ones, are like, what? Oklahoma?
Yeah, I've only been to Lawton.
Yeah, Lawton's cool. I mean, it's hick, but
hey, this is one of them cities. Yeah. The Moonies, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's some ones out there though.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, guys actually are wanting to play there now. So I mean, that's also one of my distinguishing factors when you say small market team. But now that the guys that they have there are an appeal to other players, like players are really trying to go out there. Shai is he's a big reason why. Shai and Chet, and don't let me say this and not mention like the other guys. Everybody else even the role players, like
they ballers, bro. They are deep over there.
They do exactly what they're supposed to do. No complaints, no nothing. They go out there. If they're supposed to play defense and hit a couple of threes, they do that. Go back to the bench. They have a smaller lineup, so the guys that are scrappy inside, they do it well. They rebound well. They box out. They do all the right things really good.
And they are shooters, bro. Straight shooters. Man,
I'm telling you, Shai, he's gonna catch a lot of. They call them the what do they call them?
Free throw merchant.
I mean, there was another one that was like super disrespectful, but bro, it's the same slander they were giving. I was giving to James Harden, but you know he's still considered like one of the better players in the league, and a lot of this is because either Shai kicked your team out the playoffs, or because he's kicking the shit out of your team right now. And statistically, I'm talking about because my man's averaging, I think, close to like 30? I want to say at least 27, 30.
28. Okay.
He's also just, man, he's like masterful at doing it. You know, they have this clip going around right now from the last game, the push off. If you played basketball like a little while ago, bro, that's something I used to teach my players. Like, you're gonna create separation. If someone's riding you all the way to the hoop, that's all it takes is a flip of your like elbow, because they're on you so hard. So you're gonna flip your elbow up and move backwards. Ref will never see it. I swear to God. But
Jordan did that to freaking what's his name?
What I'm saying. He did it to everybody.
That Jordan did.
That was a bad
hand on the hip.
But you can do that.
Yeah.
Hey, no.
That was 90s basketball, sure.
That was Brian
Oh.
Russell's momentum.
Right. Yeah. I was just I was just moving his momentum
I
away.
was trying to make sure he didn't fall.
You guys didn't see
what I'm saying?
Michael Jordan didn't really touch him. He like brushed the wind and his momentum carried it the other way.
Yeah.
But
hey.
Marcus said that some people are questioning why a lot of people were counting Indiana out, because the way they win games, like they have been winning games, is they're having to keep it close, or they're having to come back from it. That takes a
Yeah.
lot of energy on it, and they've been having to do it throughout the playoffs. They haven't really blown anybody out. They had a couple of games, maybe that they 1 or 2 games where they had a blowout win, but they've been using so much energy to get to where they're at now. So
Mm.
and the style of play that Oklahoma plays is just hell on for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, however long the game is, baseline to baseline. It's a bucket, they pick you up. A missed bucket, they pick you up full court anyway. You come down the court, they're going to deny you starting from like the half court. And that
Yeah.
takes a lot of
Long
energy.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all game long.
Yeah.
And they got the players to do it. You know,
Yeah.
fresh
Hell yeah, they
legs,
do.
guys that love, they take pride in playing like defense.
Yeah,
And
they are dogs on defense, bruh.
their
Yeah, they're
team is
dogs.
so lengthy. Like,
Come on, bro.
just imagine Chet, like his reach inside the paint alone, and then you
Mhm.
guys got like the Williams twins next to him, who
Mhm.
their wingspan also is irregular. You know what I mean? It's not like a
Yeah.
regular wingspan. Shy at the top. You know what I
Come
mean?
on.
Just
They got
and then
Caruso over there, brother.
man,
Brother
he's
Caruso.
so
Russo.
I can't say that he's uh underrated because people love Caruso, but he's not
Mhm.
talked enough about. Just
Sure.
man,
I'm there.
who's another player that Tony Allen can change a game with defense.
Yeah.
Gary Payton change
He
a
was
game with
fucking
just
terrible on offense. Caruso is not terrible on offense. He be getting
that's what I'm
buckets.
saying. He can get
Yeah.
buckets. He shoots. Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman, Ben Wallace, all those guys did things without the ball that changes the game. And I rank
Yeah.
Caruso up there like top 5 with those guys, just the way he can change the game
Ooh. That's a hot
without
take.
having
I
to
like
touch the
that.
ball. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it's a great series. If you guys aren't watching,
Wait, Forrest, what's your team? Who's your team? Sorry, my bad, Lance. Before we
no, I'm a Chicago fan. I've been a Chicago fan since like yeah, I will admit
90.
if you grow up with like if you grow up on the West Coast with take it easy. If you grew up on the West Coast, if you're a Polynesian, at some point in your life, don't lie, at some point in your life, you were a Lakers fan. So from like when I can remember, maybe about 5 to maybe I want to say 7, my uncles play ball. They were big Lakers fans. They were big Lakers fans, and I had to
like that
like
stat line at all 5 to
Hey,
7.
You know, this was like, hey, okay. In second grade, I was a Laker fan. Okay,
something like that.
It's like, nah, but you
Pretty much.
know,
Hey, Matt, the Showtime Lakers. I love to watch the Showtime Lakers. James Worthy, Michael Cooper, Magic Johnson.
yeah.
You know, I'm going to use his. I don't want to use his white name, Lou Alcindor. Even though he
Oof.
became Kareem before.
Kareem.
Is it Lou Alcindor his white name?
I'm just playing.
This guy.
Kareem. Kareem has to be. People don't rank him top 5 in a lot of lists, but I think he's top 5.
I think a lot of people are. I mean,
Yeah, that's the opposite. Yeah, I think
Kareem's
a lot of
cool.
people put Kareem up there top 5.
You don't
Before
work
my
with a lot
time,
of
brother.
little shits, but anyway.
you come across everything.
No, yeah, I
hate
was
these kids.
I like the Lakers. I was a Lakers fan for a little bit.
That's
I liked the Lakers. Wasn't a Kobe fan when he was playing. Became one of the biggest Kobe fans when he retired, just because of everything that he did off the court. But the Bulls had a guy on their team named Craig Hodges. I saw him in the 3-point contest when I was younger at halftime. I think he might still have the record for 3-pointers made in the 3-point contest. And I was set.
Shit.
Craig Hodges was, oh my gosh,
That's my team.
bro. Craig Hodges, and then like as you learn his story, he was big with like civil rights and stuff like that in the 80s. The NBA ended up blackballing him.
Oh.
He never got back into the game after. I think he got hurt one year, and then like he sat, and then he kind of floated between like
Why'd they blackball him?
because he was like a big like civil rights activist and stuff like that. He spoke up about things like that and just equality, and so he was blackballed from the league. If you look up Craig Hodges, I mean, he was just on All the Smoke, talking about like his career and how he was blackballed. So, I mean, even more that I loved him for that. Like, you know what I mean? Tell some one kid that this dude can shoot threes, and he says "fuck you" to the league. Excuse my language. that's me all day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wow, shoot threes and break your rules that are suck. Perfect.
All right,
It's like
all right,
it's my
Forrest.
representative.
I respect that, Forrest. I thought you were going to say
And
MJ.
Michael Jordan.
I mean, and Michael Jordan,
And all the
and
winning.
also Michael Jordan.
And then I saw Michael Jordan jump from like the free throw line, and I was like, holy jeez.
Good to have this guy on our team.
He's
All
like,
right. Game 6 is Thursday at 5:30 Pacific. It's in Indiana. I'm gonna watch the end of it.
if Caitlin Clark is not in the gym, OKC wins. They haven't lost a game since Caitlin Clark has been in the gym for Indiana. Anytime she comes to cheer, it's funny. She's super best friends with Hallie. Her and her boyfriend.
Oh, right. She's in Indiana. Okay.
Yeah, her and her boyfriend, Hallie, and his girlfriend, they all share a group chat. Like, that's how tight they are. Just the four of them share a group chat.
That's hilarious.
And if
Hallie
she
went
shows
to Iowa,
up,
didn't he?
Iowa
Hallie
State.
went to Iowa? Yeah, Iowa State.
and
Okay.
if he shows up, then, or if Caitlin Clark shows up to the Indiana Pacers game, then the Pacers will win.
I think so. They've been undefeated since she's
shown
been
up
to watch them in the playoffs. Yeah.
She's probably going to show up then. Yeah, last home game.
But the more reasonable answer is because they're playing in Indiana. They love their Pacers right now. Man, Reggie Miller. I don't know if you guys.
Wait, slow down. Sorry, you said I think we lost your audio there. You said Reggie Miller. Well, I'm still not hearing him.
No, me neither. Forrest.
Okay.
Come back to us, Forrest. Oh, yeah.
Oh, somebody's on the Bluetooth situation.
Oh.
Someone else is listening to us right now. No. Wait, okay. So game 6, still can't hear you. Game 6 on Thursday in Indiana. We'll see who wins. I'm actually gonna when it gets to the game 6, game 7, then you a lot more likely to. Yeah, then you're like, oh, let's see what happens.
Have you seen that dog that that predicts who wins whatever?
Hits the balls into the
basket
for the team. Yeah.
People swear he's undefeated, I guess, but he did predict the Pacers in 5. So this year was his first mistake, I guess. So
sorry, guys, I was connected to another speaker in the house.
Yeah, he called it.
Damn it, I forgot. I always try to take it off just in case I'm watching porn in my room on my phone and it goes off in the run.
All right, game 6 going down this Thursday. We'll see who wins. We'll be back next week with the end of the NBA Finals. Another basketball topic, probably even more visible than the finals to some people, was a one-on-one match between Mike Beasley and Lance Stevenson, former NBA players. What was going on with that? How does that work? And what did we learn from that?
Oh, they got
there's some.
Go ahead, Marcus. You go ahead.
Oh, my fault, bro.
No, you're good.
No, there were some talks on different pods and stuff where they had Beasley on. Oh, they had Lance on. Well, they had both of them on, but there's clips going around of Lance talking about. I think Lance and Beasley were in the same room. I think they set it up during a pod, right? Forrest? I think so. Yeah, and things got heated because that fool Beasley, he's a nut. Beasley's a nut, he is. Yeah, he's fucking. That. You know what I'm saying? He is crazy, bro. I think they both made a pod appearance and they just put it up. It was all right, 100,000 or whatever, and then the match finally came or the game.
$100,000.
Yeah,
100,000. So
100,000
each, 50K each.
Nah, I think they both put up 50 because they were talking about same thing. They were talking about Melo coming through. What if he says he's gonna put it 50? So, but also Melo also said to the effect that wasn't Melo, ISO Joe Johnson also said they were asking him would he participate, and he was like, "You're gonna have to give me more than 100. It's gonna have to be more than 100 because look, there's only 52 dudes in the league that have scored as many points as I have in the history of the league."
Joe Johnson, dude.
hey, use the stats however you need to.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever helps you sleep at night, Joe Johnson. Whatever.
Nah, he got a bag, man. Don't.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I know he can shoot. I know Joe Johnson is a shooter, and he can. ISO Joe for sure. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
If you watch his
Oh,
early
shut up.
college. But what it really stems from is I don't know if you guys watch, but they do have a league now. It started off with a lot of these influencers were playing ball, and they just got together and like started challenging each other to play one-on-ones, play ones, and now they have a league. So Beasley coaches one team or one like group, and Stevenson coaches one group. But the amount of
Oh,
shit talking that goes on during these games
I'm sure it's
is
bad. Yeah.
epic. I mean, between the
Yeah.
players, between Beasley, between Stevenson, and I think Beasley was the first to like he lent his coaching skills to the league. Like he went over, like they asked him to come over and be like I guess like an ambassador to the league or like a president, and he was like coaching these guys doing the stuff, and then um, the creators of the league got smart and asked Stevenson to come coach one group, and he coached one group. And then they went on the pod and they were like, I mean, since we're coaching them,
Okay.
let's put up the money.
There it
They
is.
were talking
Okay.
about,
Okay.
yeah. And man, those two are like not even just in the NBA, but in the world of basketball, like park ball, you know what I mean? Just hoops out in the streets. Like these guys that played tournaments out there, like um, they're like legendary. They just be killing out there. Like
Yeah.
so I mean, yeah.
You, you know
And
what?
then so
Oh,
go
my
ahead.
fault. What?
No, you good, you good,
No,
you good.
I was gonna say, you know what league I always wanted to like check out, like in person? The Drew League. Y'all ever heard of the Drew
Oh,
League? Or like it would have the
Marcus,
pro.
How does
you're
that
right
work? Because
there.
there's
You
pros
have
there.
to go. Yeah, so it's a
I'd
pro am
love to
league.
go to that.
Okay.
For everybody who listens to our podcast to laugh at me or Lance, and don't know too much sports, a pro am league is where professionals and amateurs play in the league. So the Drew League acts as a pro am league. It's also like a jump off for a lot of guys who are trying to play like overseas.
Mm.
So I mean, it started off as just like summer league ball. You know what I
Yeah, they
mean?
used to like they started here in California, right? Or was it
No, it's
somewhere
in
else?
Cali. They'll play all
Yeah.
over. Like the games are. I know a lot of the games are like in Compton.
There it is. Yep.
Where else? They play a lot. Just the games are in LA.
Yeah.
They have a women's. Shit, I'm gonna show off here. I got a couple of friends who play in the women's Drew.
Let's
I got a couple.
go.
Yeah, I got a couple of dudes who play in the regular Drew too. But they're very competitive games. These
I
guys
bet.
come
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
You can catch them on YouTube, but Marcus, you're right there. You definitely need to go catch one of these games,
I'm
man.
saying, bro. I'm saying.
Um, there's a player from Compton called Frank. His name is Frank Nitty. Oh
Okay.
my gosh, he should be playing in the league right now.
Frank
I
Nitty.
know it's hard to just go from like he does play overseas. Yeah, Frank Nitty, Nitty, Frank Nitty. Man, I'm telling you. You want to see like a dude who plays in these leagues and kills. He plays in Europe too, overseas. He's killing out there. Just I don't know why he hasn't gotten. I know it's politics, a lot of politics. Um, he still needs to know people to get into the league or even get the tryout. But Frank Nitty's like he's like the Drew King, I would say.
Oh
If
shoot.
you're out there on any given night, you can see the game playing. Who was actually a pretty good player in high school coming out of California. The game,
Mm.
he's pretty good.
The game?
Yep, yep. He's
Nice.
he's a regular at these games.
Yep.
Isn't his
Chris
name
Brown
like
has his
Jason
own team.
Johnson or something?
Jason Taylor.
Yeah,
Jason
something like
Taylor?
that.
JC
Yeah.
on? Oh, okay. Whoops.
Yeah.
That's
Chris
funny.
Brown has his own team. He's got a team out there. I
Oh,
think
okay, yeah.
Boo.
yeah, he's got his own
God
team.
damn.
I think.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Chris Brown. You suck. You and your team sucks.
Who plays for his team?
Frank
What's
Yeah.
his
Nitty.
name?
No.
What is the dude that got traded over to Sacramento?
Adam
Oh.
Levine.
The
Zach
other
Levine.
one,
Adam
Zach
Levine.
Levine.
Adam Levine.
DeMarcus. Yeah. Adam
The
Levine.
other guy.
Rain is pouring.
He's from Compton.
Hey.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan.
He plays for Chris Brown's
Yeah,
team.
yeah, yeah. Yep. I seen that too. Yep.
But I mean, probably the best
Go to
one-on
the
player. Yeah, the best one-on-one player that you might have ever seen play in the league is now being questioned about whether he could beat Michael Beasley in the game, which is Carmelo Anthony.
Well, he's being questioned because when they asked Michael Beasley after he beat Lance Stevenson 31-21 in this 100K one-on-one match, they're like, "Do you think you could beat Carmelo Anthony?" And his response was, "I'll bust his ass." So those are fighting words, not fighting words. Those are competitive. Like, you gotta answer the call there, right?
Remember in the last,
is he baiting him or?
No, he really remember in the last episode when I told you when I get on the court, I can feel like I believe I am Michael Beasley on the court. I will. If someone's gonna ask me like, "Hey, you think you can beat that dude?" In real life, I probably can't, but I'm gonna tell you, I'll bust his ass.
Yeah.
But as
like
Marcus,
not only can I beat him,
that's what I said. Marcus said, Michael Beasley's he's not your regular dude, man. He's grimy. I had this conversation with somebody. They asked me about Melo. And I said, I'd take Michael Beasley. Melo can post up. He is bigger body. You know what I mean? He's got a really great post-up game. He's got all the one-on-one skills that you want if you created the player on 2K. You know? But Michael Beasley is grimy. He's one of those in the dirt.
What does that mean?
He's just rougher. He's tougher. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Carmelo's soft or anything, but
Carmelo would fold under the pressure. That
I don't think
Beasley
he would fold
plays
under
him.
pressure. No,
I
don't think so. There's
the physical pressure, not like
there's
an
edge that Beasley has where like it makes him stand out. Like he like Milo is like super refined, very technique, but like there's something just grimy. That's the only way I can. That's the only one I can think of too. For us to describe how he plays.
He's gritty. I'm gonna tell you this so that you can understand.
He can shoot. He's got technique too. He's not just dirty. Like he is. He can shoot. He's a shooter. He's a baller.
Melo is private school. Michael Beasley's public.
I
like that, Forrest. I like that. That's exactly what it. That's exactly the kind of thing I get.
I'll be with like a regular. Hey, if you know, you know.
Hey.
all right.
I like that comparison.
$100,000. You got to put up the money. Who you taking? You taking Mike Beasley over Carmelo?
I'm taking Beasley.
What about you, Marcus?
Marcus said, "Wait,
okay.
I got to put up my own
number 3 overall pick in 2003, 6th all time on the scoring list."
Marcus said, "Hey, you ain't said I have to put up my own one."
I was gonna say this just to reiterate, right? Like it feels like Beasley is around basketball more, and Carmelo is not. Carmelo is out here potting. You know what I'm saying? He's probably out here with his son, helping his son develop and be a better player.
Okay.
That's
but
exactly
as far as like playing, Beasley is in the trenches, still playing on the streets against people. You know what I'm saying?
And he's in the
balling.
Big 3.
He's in the big 3. You know what I'm saying? Like he's actively in and around basketball. Yeah. Whereas it seems like Melo is just around basketball. He is in basketball shape. Right. So I think between these two now for 100,000, I'll go Beasley, and he's just a fucking dog. Bro. He's a dog, bro.
One of my favorite clips though of Michael Beasley he's on what is Channing Crowder and Ryan Clark. What is their show?
Oh,
the Pivot.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like they're asking him life questions, and he's just like, because so in the past, Michael Beasley has been burnt by family members with money wise and stuff like that, and he's just like, he's so tired of like going hard for people, and no one's he feels like he has no one for him, and he's just like tired. He's like he's at the end of his rope, and he's about to just like give up on humans, and Ryan Clark and Channing Crowder just like, look, you ever need anything? That's why we ask you on the show, not to talk not to talk sports. That's why we ask you on the show. We want to make sure that you're okay. I love that show because of that. The Pivot. I always watch Fred Taylor, those guys. Even Fred Taylor, he's on the show, and Ryan Clark asked him one day, like, everything good with you? And he's just like, he sits there and he's like, yeah, everything's good, but tears are coming out of his eyes, like. So, like, you get to see Beasley, like, and that really, like, I love Beasley anyway. I thought the league did him dirty with just the way, like, I just thought
he was going through some stuff too, wasn't he? He was going through some stuff while he was in the league and in and out, drifting.
Well, he smokes weed like we smoke weed. You know what I mean? So that at the time it was frowned upon in the league when he was playing. Like now I don't even know if they do drug tests anymore for that.
You know what? No, I assumed he was on some harder stuff. Like I thought he was drinking too and boozing. Oh no.
It was just the weed. Well, he was also like he still has like he was going through like mental stuff. Like
Yeah, there it is.
they weren't
Yeah,
talking about it at the same time. No one was talking about it during that time.
of
Oh
course.
yeah.
So you know what I mean? Yeah, just it's crazy. But yeah, nah, Beasley's that dude.
Yeah, I think Carmelo would easily just sit him down. All right. Speaking of pivoting, we're going to the Super
And
Bowl.
no reason, this motherfucker. hey, Forrest,
Hey,
I'm not. Hey, how come?
I think because I'm not as tapped into basketball as you guys, I'm just like number 3 overall
sit him
pick,
down.
Hall of Famer. Which one of these guys is a Hall of Famer?
It's like when you guys
That's
were
fair.
talking great quarterbacks and they were like, "No, Justin Herbert's a great quarterback." So what are you
He's a
doing
man.
tomorrow?
He follows football. That's the thing. My God. All right, Lance, you win.
Before we hit our shout outs and head out, appreciate you guys for being here. We're ending every show until we get there in February with a little catch up or a little talk about our trip to San Francisco for Super Bowl.
I'm gonna fly on the
60.
wall. I'm trying to hear this, bud.
Yeah, well, I mean, you being here,
Nosy.
I was really hoping to get like your perspective on some of the things you would think we would need to plan for, right? Because I'm thinking lodging, travel, trying to network and figure out how to get into some of these interviews. I mean, Radio Row, Super Bowl week, where you get every single player out there answering questions. Depending on who the teams are, we could like set it up for certain people. There's a lot of stuff to even think about. So when you hear Super Bowl trip for Ballinesian, what do you think?
This sounds like a huge endeavor, and I don't see how y'all are not planning this every single day of your life
That's
until
exactly
Super Bowl
what
60.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, all these things you want to do on Super Bowl weekend, it sounds amazing, and I'm sure it would be, bro. But I'm just like, I mean, it sounds like you got all that physical stuff, right? The lodging, the travel, all of that for sure. But how are we fundraising? What are we doing to get people? Are we getting people excited for y'all's journey? Like, bro, this is big,
okay,
bro.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Excite the people to donate.
Come on, bro, and not even donate, just to like be a part of the thing, bro. They don't have to donate nothing. Just like bring in people like, hey, bro, like, hey, we're trying to go out to Super Bowl 60. You know what I'm saying? What can we do? Or I don't know, just some like that. The trip itself is so enticing. I just want people to like come in and watch the process and help y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Like, I want to help y'all get there and do this. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I don't know how, like, you're not just in the war room like, bro, we need to get these sponsors. We need to get this. We need to get that. We need to start talking to all these people. Like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's only June. It's about to be July. This shit's only in February, bro. It doesn't take that long to get to February. It may feel like it. But goddamn, we're just sitting here chilling. It's already June of 2025, brothers. February 2026 is not that far off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to know. I want to see a timeline of things, like how the progress of things are going. I want to see all of that, bro.
Yeah, we need to make it part of the Notion page. I think we have it. in the Notion.
Okay.
For our side to be able to kind of look through it and build towards it. So.
You write in there, I'll help format, and I'll add whatever I can, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to see this, bro. Y'all want to make it to Super Bowl 60? Get the freaking Polynesian boys to Super Bowl 60. What the fuck are we doing?
We are going to be there. This guy.
Yeah.
Thinking from a content side, when you think Super Bowl content, what is something that interests you? Talking to players, talking directly to players, something like that?
Yeah, definitely.
The area.
I just don't know how you would get that kind of access to these players. I mean, I hope you'll find a way. That would be great. But if not that, then just the people on the outside, bro. Introduce yourselves like, hey, I'm Lance. Yep. This Coach Forrest. You know what I'm saying? We Samoans and we love this sport. What's up? What y'all doing? Huh? Where can I get a beer at? You know what I'm saying? We're over here at Super Bowl 60. What are we doing? You know?
Some man on the street.
Lance on the street. Forrest on the street.
My favorite interview was Marshawn going around interviewing everybody in Vegas. He'd be like, "Oh, you're a San Francisco fan?" And right when they're about to say yeah, he'd be like, "F you," and then walk away. They'd be like, "Oh, Marshawn,
we can do that."
Yeah, could definitely do that. There's just so much planning and setup, man. I hope y'all are on top of your stuff, bro. I'm rooting for y'all, man. I want y'all to go out there.
Yeah, I guess, man, you make it sound like we're like unprepared right now.
I hope that's. I'm not. I don't want
No,
that. Nah.
I feel like are we not prepared up to this
I
point?
don't know.
No,
What y'all
Forrest.
got? What y'all? Oh,
Like, man, I didn't
where y'all at?
wake up this morning expecting to be scolded. No, I'm just joking.
Whoa! Nobody's
No, I'm
scolding
kidding.
nobody. Hold on.
No,
I'm just saying.
no.
I
These
think
are
we
the
got.
conversations that we need to have because,
Okay.
we're pretty.
Please.
We're in the process, and the preparation is there. So now we're just having to find, like you said, like trying to find people that we can reach out to. Like, if we can get an interview with the player, that'd be fine. Like,
That'd be
I
great.
I don't think getting interviews is going to be a problem. I think Super Bowl week,
Oh.
everybody's out there. They're pushing
They are.
the players to
There's
be out there and
true.
talk.
there's events out there. Like, also there's poly players on the team you can reach out to. I mean, you don't want to
For
just
sure.
be like the poly players, but that's what we do. Like,
Yeah,
they got
for sure.
Jamal
Yeah.
on the
For
team.
sure.
They got
Are-
the defensive end they picked up late. They got the dude from New Zealand. And then I was just watching Uso Raider on his podcast.
Oh,
He
yeah,
got a
okay.
question Q&A with Jackson Powers Johnson. So, he obviously knows how to get the connect.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm trying to reach out, see like how but he lives in Vegas, so it's easier for him to get like interviews with guys from Vegas. Like, he's part of the media out there. So yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of finding connections. So
Would you
with that
guys need
stuff,
press?
with that stuff,
Would you guys need press badges to do this?
just to get into certain places. That's what.
certain
to
places.
Get, to get
No,
into
that's
certain
what I'm
areas.
thinking of. Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking about too. Like the little passes that you need. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Little
yeah.
small things
I
like
think
that too. To
I know for some places you can apply for them. They'll start putting that out like
a year in
maybe
advance. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, a
those-
couple months.
a few months after that, like, because some guys are just gonna automatically get their pass. You know what I mean?
Right,
And then
of course.
Yeah, if you're like legacy media, if you're
Yeah,
for
ESPN
sure.
or ABC stuff, you get
Yeah, if
passes,
you're-
but everybody else
that's
has
what
to
I'm-
apply.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this, you guys are an upstart podcast. You know what I'm saying? You guys have been at it for years. Still.
Yeah.
But like compared to these other legacy medias that are able to get these these badges so easily, so freely. You know what I'm saying? You got to start planning things in advance and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you aren't, but god damn, there's so much that goes into this journey, bro.
No, exactly.
I'm surprised that you think that like. I would think it's super hard to get interviews with athletes. And maybe that sounds naive of me to say. And I know that like our access to them is so simple because of social media, but to actually go out and do these interviews with these athletes seems like a daunting task to me. I'm just ignorant to the process. Like I'm tripping out that you're saying that it's easy to get these interviews with these players because I would think that it's not. I mean, they're the NFL players.
They literally like
this is a small upstart podcast. I don't know.
Yeah, they literally like make them sit at the tables and answer questions
Make them
for
available.
a long
Yeah,
time. Like,
And would it
but-
take having a press or a media badge for that? Because I was looking at the press badges for Comic-Con and stuff, and they sell it a year in advance. So I was like, oh shit, I've already missed the window. If I were to start the process right now, like there's just so much shit that I didn't consider, like those small things that just like, oh shit, that takes more time and more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
I applied for the sevens that was in LA. I had to go out there and like take pictures and videos and do that stuff.
Yeah.
I was able to apply like I want to say like 3 months before it happened because I was seeing everybody
brother.
like practicing to go, but it's still available like 3 months. So I mean, you can do it 3 months in advance, but if you a year in advance definitely would be to your advantage. But I didn't figure it out until like 3 months that like, oh, actually, there's some like just photographers.
It's a good point to have those credentials figured out
squared
before
away.
you get us
for
a lot.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, so definitely applying for those, paying for those as far in advance as they can. As soon as they open up the window for that or the doors for applying for those, then we can make sure that's early part of what we're gonna knock out.
Because it's going on so far away next year, the window should be open. The window just might be open right now.
Yeah.
Yo,
We gotta. We'll look into that. But yeah, thinking other content ideas and just like what people want to see and like marking those down so that we can like
I know the
plan
food
how to get
content.
those.
Food content
Oh
is
yeah, the
always
food
good,
is gonna
especially
be crazy.
all the food that's going to be
Right?
down
That's
there.
yeah.
Uh, and then just like I guess
Food.
it's a big event like that. They're going to have so many events going on
Yeah,
around the stadium. Just
right.
like you could throw a rock like 10 miles in each direction and hit an event that they're going to have around the Super Bowl. So
That's what I'm thinking too. There's no
yeah,
shortage of content that y'all can make over there, bro. That doesn't even have to
sure,
involve the Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah,
there's gonna be so
exactly.
much shit going
Yeah.
on.
Travel, food, just the
definitely.
city, the people, the like
Hmm.
certain hot spots that are going to be around that area.
Right.
It's going to
It's
be
right there for y'all, bro. Like, it's all right there so easily.
Yeah.
I see it.
it's going to be a content gold mine. So we definitely want to hear from people what they want to see, what would be something that's exciting at that time.
Right.
We got to like maybe start up like a comment
We'll
like
definitely have to bring like the owners of the network that we work for. So
you get in there, yo, bruh, travel trip. Let's
right,
freaking go.
just
Let's
prepared.
go.
The owner
Be
Marcus and his co-host Sepa.
prepared. Super Bowl
You
60.
can introduce him like
That
that.
would
Oh,
be
this is our
sick.
owner,
Yeah.
the owner of the Polytickin Network, and his
Pod
co-host
Cities Unite.
Yeah.
and his co-host Sepa. So
Yeah, you heard him. You heard him right. You heard him right.
Yeah, so
That's
we're
cool.
excited. We got to get
I'm excited
stuff
for y'all,
down
bro.
there to go.
Damn.
Yeah, drive down to San Francisco, freaking man on the street it out there, find somewhere to stay, and get that content for you guys.
I want to be
Here
y'all's
on the
first man
Ballinesian.
on the street.
You're gonna be,
I want to be
bro.
the first man
Come.
on the street.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Uh, yeah, let's plan that out. All right. Thank you guys for tapping in and listening. Any shout outs before we go? Shout out to y'all. Appreciate you guys for coming on, staying on. Uh, shout out to Levasa Island Apparel. Shout out, brother
Always,
Eri.
always.
Hey, Via Dolorosa Neighborhood Market this Saturday, the 21st. Get down there.
Go check it out.
1331 Cascade Avenue in Modesto, California. Damn, it's getting hot, bro.
That's
Bro.
right. Right. Yeah.
It's hot. Just shout out to the Edie family. Young man by the name of Tyler Edie signing with the USC. It was a battle. He got offers from Notre Dame, USC, UCLA, Georgia. You name a school that you'd want to play for if you were in high school, and he got the offer. Broke it down a couple of days ago to his final two. Came down to the two local schools. He's a California kid who transferred to play at Kahuku this year, so he'll be playing at Kahuku. But he's a California kid. Chose between UCLA and USC, and I know it was hard for him to choose just because great schools they recruited him. Both schools recruited him well, but I think the Poly presence at USC kind of won him over. They had the official visits where they had all the Poly recruits come in. They all got to put on uniforms and see each other and what it's going to look like walking out on a Saturday, together. Not only that, they have the Poly coaches that they have there. American Samoa and Manua's very own Sean, Coach Sean out there coaching the D line, and the rest of you colleges out there, just know that he should be your defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? If you guys don't know, hit up Coach Sean out there in at USC. But yeah, the presence out there is just great, and I follow it. It's funny if you go on to Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, I'm not gonna call it X. If you guys are gonna start calling this out for not calling it X, but anyway, if you're on Twitter,
It's Twitter.
yeah, it's cool because I'm a Notre Dame fan. King Sividamu, I said his mom is on there. Such a great recruiter for Notre Dame. Like if you go on Twitter, she's always like trying to get kids to go to Notre Dame, talking about Notre Dame, and that's how I met her talking about it. We did beat UC last year, and the year before, but just like
What
it's
is
a
that
great.
shirt you got on?
Yeah, it's the basketball team because the girls are great. That's about it.
Uh,
The Polynesian community on for like football parents is amazing on there. Like they all support each other. They all like, what I mean? Just like anytime there's news about someone's kids that are there. And Glenn Ely is Talano's dad, and I follow him. He's great too, man. Just so great, man. We got Bill Enno from American Samoa. He coaches he used to coach at Politic. I know he's coaching. He's on there. Just always supporting. He's a big USC fan. Sorry for him. Just like, yeah, man, it's amazing, man. The Polynesian community right now, and I love that USC's like their poly pipeline right now, their Pacifica pipeline
Reactivated.
activated. I love it. I love to see. I
That's
want
tight.
like just for those guys playing all together, and now all we got to get is these schools to go back home to American Samoa, Apia, to Fiji, to Tonga,
Tell him,
and recruit
coach.
those
Tell
schools,
him.
man.
Tell him.
I'm telling
Talk
you,
to him.
you guys are like cheating us out because you guys are picking us and paying us like peanuts because you're using the NFL international route to get these really great players who come out here, Jordan Mailata, and winning championships for teams. I mean, he's getting paid now. When he first got out here, y'all wasn't paying him, and I feel like go recruit,
Okay.
man. Pay these kids when they're young, man. Go recruit the islands. Hawaii too. Sorry, folks out in Hawaii. You guys just have it a little easier than the other kids in the South Pacific. But yeah, go. Shout out to the Edie family. Great football family. Can't wait to see Talanoa play great in college, except for against Notre Dame. Sorry.
Marcus, any shout outs?
Shout out to cross-platform promoting. You know what I'm saying? And also with that, shout out to the Pacifica Movie Starter Kit because this past weekend I watched Three Wise Cousins.
Yeah.
All right. And yeah, I'm a fan of it. At first I was hating it, and then I started loving it in the second half. We'll talk about it some more on Saturday.
Yeah.
But damn, I love that.
Kind of
movie.
resign yourself to what the movie is, and you're able to
You know what I'm
enjoy it
saying?
more.
And I don't even want to talk too much shit about it because I loved it so much. You know what I mean? But
I always wanted
shout
to
out to
do
that.
shit like that.
Yeah, bro.
I'm saying, bro. Tobita
Like-
makes that movie, man.
Bro.
Gotta have your wings like this.
Yeah.
You know why I have the ice? Because I'm a cool guy.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo,
bro.
I won't lie. The bag that he made at the end of the movie, like that's Riz, as the kids say nowadays. Like, you know what I mean?
With the bag, that bag was hard.
Right. If you're walking around somewhere that's not like in the islands with that bag, it's a conversation starter at the least.
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can hear more about it on the Pacifica Movie Starter
yeah.
Kit,
Go follow.
next week.
Follow.
Yeah, thank you guys for tapping in. What do I want to shout out? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the listeners.
Right.
Shout out to golf. That's my Roman Empire.
Hey.
Happy place. Thank you guys for tapping in. We'll see you guys next Wednesday, 9 a.m. on the YouTube, on Apple, on Spotify. Make sure to tap in and follow, rate 5 stars, review, all the nice things. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, and see you next week. Stay hydrated, stay blessed, stay balling. Love and light. Peace. Today's show, as always, sponsored by LivasaIslandApparel.com for gear that represents the South Pacific Island languages and cultures accurately and responsibly. Put on for the culture. Catch the wave at LivasaIslandApparel.com.